Hey, it's Bridges, and you're watching BestFan TV.
Well, it seems like all my friends have settled down. They got houses on the water, posting pictures in the south, sipping on pina coladas.
What's up, best fans? It's Sharon hanging out here with Bridges in Toronto at Casamoto, and you just released your brand new single, All My Friends. How are you feeling about it?
I'm very excited to have that single out. It's a lot of people are responding to it. It's a good feeling.
Very relatable track.
Thank you.
So I'm curious, what is something that really gets to you when you see it on Instagram or on social media in general, since the song is all about social media?
I have a troubled relationship with social media, as I think a lot of people do. I try and stay off of it as much as I can because it just gets me so down so much. But it is really cool, like when I see people commenting or just responding to the music itself, and like responding about the social media aspect, or just like, and not necessarily social media. I mean, you just look around at your friends' lives when you talk to them in person. It's so easy to get down on yourself about comparing, like your behind the scenes to other people's highlights. That kind of phrase, I guess. But it's so encouraging to see people reaching out to me personally, DMing me or whatever, and saying, like, oh, that song really resonated with me because I struggle with that so much. Yeah. And getting to be, part of people's lives in that way is so rewarding, and it's really special, and I don't take that for granted.
Who's someone that you think is really cool to follow on Instagram?
My favorite person to follow is Dua Lipa.
Yes, though, so pretty. Oh my God.
I can't deal with it. And she's a good example of, like, you're like, her life is amazing.
Perfect.
But then you try and keep in mind, it's like she must have her struggles. She's got to.
That'll be on the Instagram stories.
Exactly, right? So it's like, you try not to get too caught up because, like, I mean, if I compare my life to Dua Lipa's, or at least what I think it must be from Instagram, but I love her content, and I love the pictures because she is super genuine, as well as very glamorous and really drop dead gorgeous. Yeah.
It's a little bit of all good things. I saw on Instagram that you had helped with Victoria Duffield's new song, Wow.
Yeah.
I love that song. Like, literally, I've listened to that song, like, it's on my playlist, like, at least 5 times on the same playlist.
I love that.
It's really good.
Yeah, I met Victoria last year as she was kind of figuring out her project, and we just became, like, instantly really, really good friends. And so I was lucky enough to write a bunch of songs with her and her team for her new album, one of which is Wow, the lead single. And that was a really cool song to see that kind of project from grassroots coming up and finally released, and so many people got into that song.
But when did you decide you wanted to also pursue, like, your own musical career? Like, because I know you were in a band before too. Like, what was that whole process? I've
been in a bunch of different bands and doing a bunch of different things since, like, kind of late high school is when I started doing things somewhat seriously. And I've always known that I really wanted to songwrite and that to be kind of my main creative output. I'm lucky that I can kind of sing, so I get to be an artist as well. Like, my main passion is absolutely songwriting. So after, I've been through so many bands, and, like, they've all fallen apart at one time or another, and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna get to be an artist anymore after the last one did. And so I was just focusing on songwriting for other people, and just did this Bridges thing because I love singing and I love to be an artist. Yeah. And kind of as a side project behind, me working for other people. And then it kind of started to catch on. People really connected with the music. And that was really cool to see, like, oh, I do get to still be an artist. I don't just get to write with other people, and I get to kind of connect a little bit more directly, which is amazing.
Yeah, and Bridges is pretty new though, right? Bridges?
Yeah, just in the past year or so, which is, it's pretty fresh to have done, at least for me, super well. And I'm so happy with the trajectory that it's headed on. And I get to just, be part of people's lives through the music, which, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Our last question is, what would you say you are a best fan of?
I'm a best fan, well, obligatory Dua Lipa, obviously, because I
had a feeling you might say that.
Yeah. I'm a best fan of a band called Switchfoot, if you remember them. Yeah, they were big for a minute, really and they're one of my favorite bands, and they have had a profound impact on my life as a person and as a musician, so I gotta shout out the boys in Switchfoot. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for hanging out with us here with Bridges. I'm Sharon Bhella, signing out.
Well, it seems like all my friends have